What is up YouTube, and welcome to another Game of Thrones video. So if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated here on this channel. Now, we've got a massive wait until Game of Thrones Season 8. I'm gutted that we've got to wait so damn long for the next season of Game of Thrones. However, we've got our theories to keep us warm in these winter months, and we can discuss and theorize everything that could possibly happen in Game of Thrones Season 8. And this is a Season 8, or really a whole show theory here that I'm going to bring to you about the Night King and just what his motivation is. So the Night King, we've seen him briefly. A few seasons ago, we saw him put the dragon glass kind of thing into this baby. He created a White Walker, and that's what we found out why those babies were being taken. And really, we haven't learned a lot about this Night King. We just know that he's really good at javelin. He likes to put his arms up, and he has a very big vested interest in Bran Stark because he saw him, and he seemingly can absolutely destroy everyone when he puts his hand to the ground and cause loads of stuff to go down. Now, that's really all we know from him. He's the strong silent type here in Westeros, and really that's all we know, which is a shame. And I would argue he possibly is one of the most boring villains in the history of TV, because we know zero about him. We're going into Season 8 and he is still mute. So the question is, will he ever actually speak? Which I highly doubt now that we will ever actually hear him speak, unless we hear him at the end and they're about to speak and then we have some kind of like Soprano style ending, which would completely suck. But for me, the Night King has a real problem, or the writers have a real problem, in the fact that we don't know anything about him. We simply have a horde that is in the north, and all we know is that they want to kill everything, or they have so far killed absolutely everything in their path. Look at Hardhome, and also look at everything that went down over in near the end of the last season. So the question is, what is his actual aim? So on the surface of it, you could argue that he wants to go south and convert absolutely everything to a white, or convert everything to a White Walker, and have his life and have his kind of species, if you can call it that, as the dominant force, and extinguish all proper life from everything. But that's what we know. That's anecdotal. That's based on events. It's based on what we've seen so far. We don't actually know deep down what he actually wants to do. And now, well, another theory has come out of the fact that just what is his motivation, and he explains, and it does actually make a lot of sense here as to what he actually wants to do. So first of all, we need to take a look at the God's Eye. Now, the God's Eye was mentioned by Tywin Lannister in Season 1, and it is also where the Children of the Forest struck up a peace deal with the First Men. So what happened was the Children of the Forest were like, oh, these men are killing us, and now we have actually got to create something to stop them. And they created the Night King and the rest of everything that came with him. But the problem here is they actually created something which they could not control, and then they ended up having to actually stop them somehow in some way, and that was strike up a peace deal with the First Men. Now, all of this took place at the God's Eye, on the Isle of Faces, and this is where there are a hell of a lot of weirwood trees, which is what obviously Bran is so able to use, and what we saw with the Three-Eyed Raven. We saw all of those weirwood trees, and they have huge magical properties, which is what presumably the Night King wants. So what I'm saying here is that his goal could be to get to the God's Eye, simply to take it over, and it probably has a hell of a lot of magical properties. I mean, it was where they were able to create the Night King. Maybe he wants to go back home to where he was first created and actually use these magical areas, these weirwood trees, because it is known as a place where you do not actually go. You don't go there or anything like that. Perhaps, maybe he thinks that the Children of the Forest are still there, and he wants to go and kill them and end them for good. And he wants to stop everything and destroy all life. Now, there is another look we can actually take at this theory, and we can actually expand upon this in the fact the base motivation of the Night King is to actually go south and go to the God's Eye, and people have pointed out that it is close, it is the same side of Eastwatch by the Sea, so they could get to there pretty quick. However, I kind of dispute that a bit there, because I don't think it is that close to see why that is he's doing what he's doing at Eastwatch. It's just simply that would be the place that is least defended. Now, let's take a look at the fact that the Night King could actually be Bran. So what could possibly have happened is that Bran went back in time, walked into the person who turned into the Night King. He became the Night King. He's in his mind, and he's done this to actually unite the kingdom. So he's united Westeros. So all of this has happened before. He's gone back in time to when this happened, and now is marching south. All of this done because he knew that this would actually unite the kingdoms, unite all of them, stop the war, and have Westeros as a safe place again, united against the Night King. However, he goes south and is able to actually stop everything. So he goes to this God's Eye and is able to use his magic to create life again and turns his white army back into humans. Now, I know that is a big long shot, because you've got to argue, why has he killed so many people? And the thing here is that he never actually wanted to kill Jon Snow. He's had chances, he's had options, but he's never actually killed Jon Snow when he could have easily have done that. I mean, so it seems like he has a soft spot for Jon Snow. However, the actor who plays Bran Stark has said, or kind of shot down the idea that he could actually be the Night King. However, he hasn't read the script for Season 8 yet, has he? So there is that. However, that is it for this video. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Winter is coming.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.